Let's walk through the steps of installing exterior composite shutters with polycarbonate mounting brackets. This guide is the second in a series that starts with measuring for composite exterior shutters. To proceed, you will need the shutters, mounting brackets, installation screws, and several basic tools. Unpack and inspect the shutters immediately after delivery. If your installation will be delayed, store the shutters upright and angled against a wall, staggered with space in between. Painted shutters arrive with the finish applied to all surfaces. Unfinished shutters will need to be primed, sanded, and painted prior to installation. The polycarbonate brackets used for installation are V-shaped. One side attaches to the building and the other to the top or bottom of the shutter. Long stainless steel screws affix the bracket to the structure, and shorter screws stabilize the shutter. Begin by drilling 2 1/4-inch holes on one edge of the bracket, each 1.5 inches from either end. Then turn the bracket and drill 2 more holes on the other edge, each 1.5 inches from their respective ends and slightly toward the front lip. Temporarily, hold one shutter next to the window in the intended location. Place a bracket in an inverted position under the bottom of the shutter with the wall edge up. The bracket may be slightly shorter than the width of the shutter, so it should be centered. Remove the shutter and horizontally rotate the bracket a 1/4 turn up. Mark the siding through the hole closest to the window. Remove the bracket and pre-drill the whole location on the wall with an 1/8-inch bit, about 1.5 inches deep. If installing to brick, use a 5/16-inch masonry bit to drill a hole deep enough to accommodate a number 10 screw anchor. Place an anchor into the hole and tap flush with a hammer. Insert and tighten one of the longer screws through the bracket and into the pre-drilled hole. Place a level on the lip of the bracket and rotate to horizontal. Mark, pre-drill, and screw in the bracket in on the side furthest from the window. Lift and rest the shutter on the bracket and push it as far back against the wall as possible. Place an inverted bracket on top of the shutter with the wall side down. Remove the shutter, rotate the bracket down, and mark the hole position closest to the window. Pre-drill the hole and tighten the first screw into the house. Level the bracket, mark the second hole, pre-drill, and screw in the bracket in on the side furthest from the window. Lift the shutter back into place. There should be some tension between the top and bottom brackets. If installing next to trim, allow for a slight air gap between the trim and the shutter. Louvered shutters install with the louvers slanted down. The top rail of louvered shutters will be smaller or of equal size compared to the bottom rail. Mark the top and bottom of the shutter at each hole location. Remove the shutter and pre-drill at each point using a 5/32 bit at least 1 inch deep. Do not skip this step. Failure to pre-drill the shutter can cause the material to split. Finally, replace the shutter, align the holes, and insert the 4 short screws. Make the final turns with a handheld screwdriver to avoid over-tightening. Shutters in excess of 55 inches use side brackets that are installed using the same method. Uneven siding, like the wood shake shingles shown here, can be more challenging than flat surfaces, like brick. Repeat this process on the opposite side shutter and stand back to admire your work. These same steps for installation can be used for any exterior composite style, including louvered, solid panel and board and batten shutters. ShutterLand is committed to helping you select the best exterior shutters for your windows. Visit us at ShutterLand.com to view our full range of styles and materials, along with detailed specifications, pricing, and ordering.